Sorry. I'm fiddling about with stuff again. Hello, welcome to Saturday evening, a time when the world is quietening down after a hot, sticky day of heatiness, and I've just got notifications of me being on YouTube. Wow, amazing! Um, so yeah, how are we all this weekend? It's been a long week. Feels like it, at least. Wednesday was a mere stone throw away, and I'm still not liking where that camera. That's better. It's always trying to find the most optimal angle to obviously interact and to see what I'm doing. So this is what we've got to play with. This is the Mars class battleship for the Italian subfaction within the Alliance, and they hang out with these dudes. So since last, we built these Gladius cruisers. We built two of these. I built one of these and one of these. So this is the Vulcan repair ship. Its purpose is to basically support and help out for like reloading of certain like weapons have a limited supply of stuff, but also can help if it's within range with not only resupply but also to help with repair rolls. So you can sort of maybe not blow up or get rid of certain aspects of a bad day at the office. It's a little mine laying submarine, a Sagittar, so that's the third one out of the three that I've built. The Gladius, which is an all-round sort of light, well, I'd say light cruiser, but it's a cruiser. There is the Sparta, which is a longer, heavier version, so obviously costs more. So points wise, these are 100 points. The Sparta is 132. Main difference is it's probably got a little bit better armor in places, and it also has a longer prow, which you have a little turret available in addition to the heavy gun batteries, which you can upgrade to these heat lancers. So I started getting these painted. I haven't obviously finished painting them. I just wanted to stick them all on and see what they look like, and they look cool, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, it's a cool look for a very chic looking force. But this is the thing we're working on today. So let's usher some of these out. We should obviously just stick these on so you can get an idea with heat lances. Heat lance weapons are very good at point blank range, so that's within 10 inches. They do a high strength and their support value is quite good. It does drop off at longer ranges because they are basically an up close and personal weapon. But even at medium range, closing range, the strength does drop down quite a chunk, but the support stat, because you have two stats with all weapons. The first one is the lead value, because if they're a weapon of the same class, you can add them to fire at a single target. So you have your lead value. So if you was at point blank range, that's going to be doing at strength 9. The support value, so these other two weapons will be running on the second number, which I think at support range, I think is about 6. So each of these are adding 6 dice. So you'll be basically rolling 21 dice to hit a target. And they've also got their traits like hazardous, I believe, is one of them, piercing. So they're like heat rays from War of the Worlds, and with the Alliance have them. You can also get smaller versions called lancets, heat lancets, which you can replace the smaller sort of vessels. Certain ones you can upgrade this to a heat lancet, but I haven't got round to finding any of them to do that. So obviously certain kits come with certain weapon upgrades, so it's a case that sometimes you might have to have several kits, which you're going to have several kits anyway in order to supplement your weapon options. But you know, it's a case of sort of trying to find that right balance with your fleets. So with this alliance, oh hello Empty Gizmo and evening Richard. Yes, this is my Italians for the alliance. I have got a couple of boxes of the French, which what I'm feeling with them is going a sort of alternate route, because they do have skimmer class warships, so they're basically, they hover across the surface, not like a hovercraft, but literally like a limited anti-grav type thing. So they're quite sleek, you know, quite French, very je ne sais quoi. So I felt, do these guys as a traditional fleet. Oh, this is interesting. So what the hell is going on there? No, I don't want to hear bloody... oh, so do you, guy? Sticking an advert. I didn't see that advert. That's a bit rude. Sorry about that. There's a lot of worms going on now as well. Completely threw me. So the Italians are going to be a traditional surface and submerged fleet for this part of the alliance. I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Thank you. I've got a few more, obviously, ships to build. So I've still got a frontline unit, frontline sprues. I've got some support sprues, and to finish off the ones that I hadn't built from the previous. Oh me, sorry. So that's the plan with these guys, a more traditional surface dwelling fleet. I'm going to sneeze again, oh my god. Please stop. And then if I, just bear with me, I'll just get a box. Right, so this is the Kroon battle fleet that I've already painted the Kroon. This is one of the French carriers. I also have the Vauban, which is a sort of hover carrier as well. But it's these skimmers here, these rather saucy looking chaps and chapesses, as well as the French surface units as well. You've got three options. You've got the Chasseur, the Furio, and the Voleur. So Voleur being an auxiliary carrier, which I probably won't, because I've got quite a nice carrier there with the Frenchies, and the Vauban as well is quite a nice carrier. So having these and doing it as a skimmer sort of based fleet is actually quite appealing to me. I like the sound of it, and it's something different as well. So you can always intermingle. So I'm just getting a bit of tissue to blow my nose. That's a bit better. Right, thank you. Sneeze bot taking control. Bless you, made a Pope undress you. Ah, that's different. Quite freaky as well. So yeah, the Italians do have quite a lot of, as you can see, these little craney things. So that represents that they have advanced repair facilities. So within a certain distance, as I was saying, They can assist with resupply for certain ships that may have limited ammunition, weapons, or effects, but also help in aiding in your dice rolls as well to repair yourselves when you're taking like critical effects and stuff. So if your ship had a critical effect, like it was locked or whatever, you try to get that repaired. So they're quite tough as well, which I was a bit surprised at, because most of their ships also have flank ablative armor. So on your port and starboards, any attacks coming into those particular areas, the ablative armor that you get with certain fleets have this as an option. You count what the mass of that ship is. So, for instance, this is mass 3. So the first 3 dice that you roll, because you have exploding dice, the first 3 aren't considered as exploders. Because if you roll an exploder, you basically get to re-roll it again. And so you can accrue quite a lot of damage on some very lucky rolls. So having 3 of them dropped out is quite a big thing, because if you rolled, say, 12 dice and you rolled 3 exploders, you don't get to roll them again. You take the damage, which is 2 per exploder, but you don't get to re-roll them. So that will make it easier for the defender to survive getting blasted really quite nastily. It's when those exploding dice, go into high gear and start rolling them stupidly, which I have seen a couple of times in the few games I have played. So it's just a case of limiting the impact it can have on your ships, because you want your big ships to survive and cause as much chaos as possible in the naval warfare that you're engaging in. Right, so that's giving us a brief overview of what these guys can do. They're very sort of like ploddy in some respects. Trying to find the particular guild that I'm after. No, that's silver. That's the puppy. So, yeah, with doing... Well, I'm surprised how fast I've actually gone through these guys. Like this I'd done last year when I got it. So I'm just emulating the scheme. The scheme is very straightforward, and it looks different to what I did with my crown forces. So the crown ships are a lot darker grey. These are a bit of a bluish tinge. So it looks very light there, but once it's washed, it will darken down quite considerably. Right. I'll slap a drink. So how is everybody anyway? What have you been up to this week? For those I haven't spoken to this week. And anyone else who is here and wants to have a chat, feel free. It's what we're here for. So have some fun. Having some fun. So I'm going like what I did with my Minerva. I'm actually using Retributor Gold, whereas in my smaller ships I've gone with Liberator Gold, mostly to give it a different look. Even though the main colours are all the same, I want it to have that more elegant sort of visual about it, so it stands out a little bit differently from the rank and file ships, even though I'm using the same colours. So it just makes it a little bit, you know, it's a flagship, so you want it to stand out. To be a little bit unique-ish, he says loosely. But yeah, it's lots of sort of filigree on these dudes, which really does sort of complement the blue by having the gold stand out quite dazzlingly, very bling, which seems quite appropriate for the Italians. They love a little bit of excessive gaudiness, I feel. So, as I said before, obviously it doesn't really matter if you do make a mistake, you can always go back and rectify it afterwards if you miss a little bit. So it's always getting the colours on first and then tidying up after, because as steady as your hand might be, you are going to make mistakes, as I have made mistakes from time to time. So that's half the fun of painting. You need a bit of Ferrari red pinstriping. I'm more of a Lamborghini guy. It's all on Cannonball Run's fault. That white Countach. It was white, wasn't it? I can't remember. It was definitely a Countach though. So alter perspective. Get that in there. Try and get those little edges that you can, because you'll see a lot of blue. You'll probably lose some of that anyway with the wash section. Very steady hands. Yeah, I should have been a surgeon. Although, like, obviously, after watching like numerous episodes of Holby City and House and Grey's Anatomy, all those things, I honestly feel I could have performed surgery. I knew what I was doing. I could do a Whipple. That's what they call overconfidence. La, la, la. Yep. Again, as I say, it doesn't really matter if you do make a mess, because we'll be tidying up anyway. I may or may not have got access to the preview version of Space Marine 2, so I'm going to give that a go to it. Nice. I look forward to hearing your report on it, because that's what you're doing now. You need to know. This is important stuff. Uh-huh. It's only what's it, about a month away, isn't it, for release anyway, as well. We've got the going placements sorted out. So it's just working the way with your efficiency. So what I've done with all these ships is get the base colours on for where they need to be. So obviously the wood effect, the metallics, and obviously the base colours, and then we wash it all with the 50/50 Agrex water mix that I use quite a lot on most of my models, and then it's a clean that brush, and then it's a case of like tidying up everything and making sure that you've got a clear sort of dispersal of colour, that everything is in the right place basically. And so I suppose it doesn't really matter if you paint, you make a little bit of a mistake, you can go back and rectify it, it's not a problem. As you can tell, there seems to be a lot of children being quite obnoxious. as they're having fun in the park. How dare they? Don't they know that we're trying to paint here? Disturbing our flow, honestly. It's not what I call cricket. So there's going to be a lot of gold going on in a moment or two once I get this done. So has anyone got any interesting projects going on over the weekend? Hobby or any other business? What you got going on? So no projects. Might have to build my Lego Lear helmet. So is that the Endor one, or is it the Bosch Bounty Hunter helmet? And more importantly, are you going to try and wear it? Bosch. For they are holding a thermal detonator. Oh, 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 oh. It's my kind of scum. Doop, 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 doop. Bit small for my massive, massive melon. Twisting my melon, man. You should look at my Lima Bricks kits for the helmet. Put LEDs right behind a green lens. See? That's definitely a legitimate thing to even go with. There's loads of places that do those Lego lights. Not sponsored ad. Are you sure, Bertie? Good, yes. I just killed a gaunt by squeezing its head till, well, it is a legitimate battle tactic to squeeze the bejesus out of tiny tyrannid organisms, because they're just going to nibble on you. They're a little bit bitey. Right. Give it a brush walk. Ooh, I did like it for my Ecto one. Yeah, that's a good kit. I've got one of them, haven't built it. Best kit is actually at the top, just up there. You can't see it. It's oh. Galaxy Explorer. I always wanted the original one, and I got this for my birthday, and still happily in a box. One day I may build it, but not today. Ooh. I mean, I wouldn't complain if they did sponsor me, but I think I need Lego to do it first. Yeah, that is quite something, a prerequisite for getting sponsorship is actually doing the stuff that you want to be sponsored by. But I was saying that some of the I know in the hobby there has been some of the like hobbyists that have got a lot more followers than me, who have received sort of sponsorships from them and had Lego sent out to them. So you know, it's all well and good if you can get that sort of stuff, but I'm nowhere near the follows on my Instagram. It's 11,000. I've seen Mr. B's collection when I went round there. I know it's obviously grown since the last time I was around his. It was in a lockdown period, one of his birthdays. I went there after work. I was sitting in the garden. Probably around 2 years ago, I think. Something like that. And got the tour of his little shrine in the house. And I say, I know he's added since then, but no, it was quite good. A nice hobby. Yeah. I always remember there's like a little. It was a little storybook. It was an adventure. Somebody basically went off into Lego space and stuff like that. And those Lego space kits, I really liked them. They were, you know, I'm not just being biased. They were like iconic. I had a few of the smaller ones, obviously, like the little. It was like a little rock mission control place, and it had a little like monorail track with it, with the little moon base plate that you build on. So, and obviously a little rocket. I had the much smaller shuttle craft to the Galaxy Explorer. So, but the Galaxy Explorer is the one I wanted, and so they sort of done a modern version of the same thing and just reusing the Lego dudes from the original, like the Benny versions. Spaceship, spaceship. Ooh. Right, so I've got some little bits up here as well. Freshen up the brush. Pirate Island, yeah. Don't know if again, I had something. I always wanted the real big Pirate Island stuff. I did have some pirate stuff, and the knights. The Night Castle would have been awesome. They've reissued that as well, haven't they? Or a variant. The Napoleonic style, sort of like Pirates of the Caribbean castle with the red coats in it. Right. The hobby fuel is particularly good tonight. It's nice and cold. Comes in handy when I've got a little fridge down there for cold drinks and beverages. It was one of those little Budweiser fridges. So I've only been in here a couple of days, so it has definitely earned its keep. the last 2 streams. Where's that one back? Yes. Let's try and get these little edges done. And then do a little bit of tidying up, and then we'll go with a wash. Oh, I've just got to do some lead belcher on these cannon placements. Right, so that's this is pretty. Might be a bit premature there. There's little nodule bits I want to do. aren't they? So I've been a bit distracted from the bird belcher. Tidy time. Let's get those little cheeky little bits off. Yes. So. How is the soundtrack treating everyone? Is it okay? Or should we try something else? Or are we all mellowed out? There's no right or wrong answer. Hey, Sip. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. How's your hands doing? You gotten a lot more use out of them since last we spoke? Just popping on before I grab a bit of dinner. It's been a long day. I know that feeling, mate. Don't worry. It's been a very long day for me too. So you're fine. We'll let you live. I did go with my boy Thomas see Twisters the other day, which it's all right. You know, I'm a big fan of the original Helen Slater, not Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton version. Cal, I've got to go. We got cows. Another cow. That's the same one. All aches and pains are doing better. I think the warmer. Yeah, that's the thing. Cold. Once it gets in your bones, that's it. It's like murder. I've had that with my knees on many occasions when it's cold and yucky. see Borderlands tomorrow. I hope it's going to be good after the slating it seems to have got. Well, you don't know. It might be up your street, mate. You know, Borderlands isn't exactly, you know, mainstream type. You know, it's a great game. I always loved Borderlands when it first came out. I did start playing 3, but that's sort of waned a little bit. But Tiny Tina was always cool. So, and Krieg is just an awesome character. Is it Krieg or Kirk? You know the one. But must do silver for the guns. Red Belcher, Black Structure. Maybe it's people are comparing the film too much to the game. As long as it's action packed, I'm pretty easily pleased. Yeah, no, that's fair. I would go with that. You know, obviously, yes, there are interesting casting choices. Mostly Kevin Hart, because I know he was one of the being like he's trying to get in that action hero role in Hollywood. So. Well, I thought Kate Blanchett as Lilith was actually pretty damn good casting, to be fair. The look, obviously makeup and hair does help, but although yeah, Jack Black as Claptrap, I'll need to see it properly. Not just the one where he's been shot loads and starts shitting bullets. You know, Claptrap was like one of the best things about the original Borderlands game. Just let that chill for a sec. Oh, I had a little scratch. Little Big Sip just finished building his dystopian war stuff, so there may be imminent danger of some of it actually getting painted sometime soon. Well, there's no rush. There's not any game going on this month. I think a lot of people, especially like school holidays, have got lots of stuff going on anyway. So that's why there's not been a lot of activity, apart from me, with painting stuff on the Dystopian Wars local group chat sort of thing. So hopefully, as like yourselves, I think James, who's in there, Rob, C as well, amongst others, once they start sort of getting into the swing of building and painting, that should help escalate things. It's only been 3 months. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, to be fair, like some of these ships I've had over a year, so you're in good company, mate. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Yeah, long old day. Right. Nice. Right. Yeah. Well, before they, because they are going to be moving the hobby centre. So it might be an announcement in the next month or so. So part of their plans for world domination, no doubt. But it was in it was even in the Evening Echo. So they're relocating part of the thing down off the 127, just a few miles away from the M25 turnoff. So bigger venue, more possibilities of stuff. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, to be fair, it's on my way home from work, so I can always, and it's only, well, it's probably easier for me to get. It's definitely easier for me to get to from here, from where I am in Benfleet. So once you're on the 127, that's it, isn't it? So probably won't be that much longer for you because where you are, again, once you get onto the main road, just cruise mode, isn't it? Hey, AD, how are you, buddy? Yeah, no, everything's groovy. Hobby fuel, the old Moretti. Seems appropriate seeing as I'm painting ships for the Italian fleet from Dystopian Wars. How are you doing, buddy? You alright? What are you up to? Thank you for dropping in. Right, let's get some dirty wash on here. Will be nice to have a bigger, shiny new Waylands. Yeah, but it will be, I am sure. The wife has sounded the old dinner bell. Catch you later. All right, mate. Take it easy. Thanks for popping in, dude. Enjoy your dinner. Whoa. What are you up to, AD? You tightening or just chilling? What's the story occurring at your end? Put that in there. Right. Might want to turn the sound down a bit because I'm gonna actually, can I? Right, I'm just gonna hello, 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 hello. Sorry about that. I was just getting things sorted. Right, I'm having a break from hobby with a house move. Can't wait to get unpacked and get back on it. Just chilling with a bottle of red. Well, here's to you and your bottle of red, buddy. Oh, so that's got the wash. That's majority dry, he says. So just let that settle for a little while longer. I feel be better. Oh, those out quickly. Battleship Row. Just going to get myself a bit of a chocolate boost before I have some M&M medals. Wow. Sorry about that, old chap. I just want to varnish this quick. So that's a coat of varnish to protect what's already been done. It's a good thing when it's warm, things dry quickly. That'll do, pig, that'll do. This is just a dry brush of Liberator. The old combo from when they first released these two golds. They were always meant to be used in concert. Ooh. Nice. Couple more M&Ms. Mm-hmm. Oh. Ba. These little barrels. Look different by having just a little bit of gold onto the ends of the barrels. There's chilled vibes. Painting gold. What more could you ask for? Oh, here we go. I do apologise for the interference with the motorcycle squads or whatever the heck they're riding over there. Proper old boy. Cross. Boobshka. Yeah, that's the wow, that's really quite bad. Agitated. Agitators. That's better. Much nicer. Much nicer indeed. Add some windows, which is going to be fun. Right. One more windows. Lids on. Don't need them drying out, does it? Agrax, I saw that somewhere. bit better. So, yeah, right, you can't really see it. It's a bit blurry. But we have a battleship. There's still some bits I need to sort of touch up and such. Touch up and such. Yeah, I like it. Maybe not. So yeah, I'll take some pictures anyway and be posting them up on Instagram and stuff anyway. But that's pretty much on it for that one. I think we'll probably just key that noise tapper. Yeah, well, it's a couple of hours. Quite happy with how that's went. It's went quite quickly. So yeah, I will be continuing this project run next week as well, because I've still got a few more ships to be built and painted. So the Ceastus, which are like little corvettes for these guys, and maybe some more cruisers, or even support aircraft carriers. Who knows where I shall end up with my adventures in hobbying. But yeah, I think that'll do for now. So yeah, it's coming up to 10 o'clock and I'm working tomorrow, and the heat today has zapped out my superhuman energy. So I'm gonna crawl off. But yeah, back on Wednesday next week for some more dystopian war shenanigans, no doubt. See what. See where we end up. But I'm pretty pleased having a battleship and an aircraft carrier to run around the seas in battle. But yeah, all good, I feel. So yeah, thank you anyway for coming along, hanging out, chilling, enjoying some hobby get-togetherness. It's not a word. But yeah, back in on Wednesday for some more, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend, whatever you're doing, and I look forward to chatting with you on Wednesday. So, sweet dreams, everyone. Happy hobbying and arrivederci. There you go. Take care now.